What's up, everybody? Ted Alexandro here. Although it looks like I'm in prison right now, I'm actually backstage at a gig in Rochester, Minnesota. I'm not bragging. That just happens to be where I am right now. But with you guys in spirit, and very happy to be collaborating with Simon and Andy on the Joke Community Project and support the token. I myself have minted several NFTs, and this is such a great opportunity for comedians to get in on the ground floor and create NFTs and collaborate with people from around the globe. So it's just an exciting time and such a great project and so much energy behind it. So very happy to be part of that and looking forward to more and more people getting in on the joke. Have a great event, everybody.
Hey guys, this is Crypto Corey here, and I'm just excited about the Joke community, the Joke NFT project. Ladies and gentlemen, most times we are not invited to sit at the table in the beginning of a project. Most times we hear about something when it's already taken off, when all the millions of dollars are made. But Joke is not only helping people in the NFT community, it's making an impact. Laughter is needed today. There's so many things that are going on in the world. We're in the midst of a pandemic. I call it BC, before COVID. Life will never be the same. So we need laughter. So to bring laughter and comedy to the metaverse is something that Joke is providing. So I'm so excited to be a part of this project early on. And more importantly than that, it's helping people. It's helping people, close the wealth gap. So many people have not had the opportunity to tap into wealth. I come from a single parent home. I come from humble beginnings, I'll put it like that. And so to be able to be a part of this project and to see the future of it, I know that it can change my life for generations and generations to come. One of my favorite books says that a good man shall leave an inheritance for his kids and his kids' kids, and that's exactly what the Joke community is offering, guys. So take advantage of it. I'll see you at the top or from the top. God bless. My name is Crypto Corey.
Hi everyone, welcome to the world's first comedy club in the Infiniverse and our grand opening of the Joke Comedy Club.
You could seem a bit more excited about it.
You've done it again!
Fucking hell!
I thought that sounded alright.
Right, you start, Simon.
Go on then, you do that front bit and
Alright.
I'll do the second bit.
Welcome to the grand opening of the Joke Comedy Club in the Infiniverse.
Well, that wasn't fucking much better.
Well, fuck off!
Right, let me do it. Hi everyone. You fucker.
This is going to be a complete shit. We've got about 20 lines of this shit to do.
Right, we're gonna do it. Okay. Hi everyone, and welcome to the grand opening of the world's first comedy club in the metaverse, the Joke Comedy Community.
We really appreciate you coming along. It's great that so many of you are here at the very start. This is a project that Andy and I have been running for about 6 months, and it is our dream to bring comedy across the world in VR into our clubs, and this being the first club in Grand Central.
One of the really exciting things about this project is its ability to bring comedians of all levels into this project. We're going to do open mic nights for up-and-coming comedians. We're going to do things where comedy clubs can find new talent. We're going to have world-leading famous comedians also testing out their material. It's just a great opportunity to bring comedy at all levels to all people all over the world.
And all you're going to have to do to take part is turn up, look on the outside of the club, look at the posters, look at the events that are scheduled on Oculus, and we look forward to you coming to see everything that we've got coming.
Yeah, and one of the great things is you can actually walk down the cellar steps, go into the comedy club, and you can see other posters for other events as well and other comedians that will be performing. So as you can see, this is our first club. We're really excited. We love what's being done with our partners at Future Tech Labs. It's been great to see this come together. This is the first of 11 clubs. We've got 10 more opening over the next few weeks. And we're even planning to open an arena in the coming months, which is really, really exciting. So we'll be able to perform not only to smaller groups, but eventually we want to perform to hundreds of thousands of people. So keep looking out for that. That will come eventually.
And as for now, those events are going to be free, so you can come into those clubs, see what's going on over the next few weeks. Eventually, it'll all become ticketed and you will have to pay. But the good news is we have our NFT drop coming up today. if you are minded to take part in that, those NFTs give you lifetime free access to every event that we run in the future. And not only that, it will gain you a free apartment in the Infiniverse.
And those apartments, when you do get access to them, will be based around the 11 comedy clubs. So we're going to build communities around the comedy clubs as well. So that's really, really exciting. We'd love you to be part of that.
So if you do take part and you buy one of those NFTs that we're offering, they've got so much to them other than just the ability to come and watch comedy. It allows you to stake the NFT, and that means you can earn joke tokens. And if you're not aware, we have a project called Joke Community Token. It's on Binance Smart Chain. That token trades openly on the market. It's been running since October. It's an interesting project that hopefully you'd like to get involved in. Check that out. If you stake your NFT, you can earn that token.
Which is really good news for everybody involved in the project. But as far as the utility goes, we're actually talking to lots of people. I've got family and friends. Many people are going to mint max 10. The reason for that is they want to be able to experience these events with family and friends wherever they are in the world. And one of my friends said, I want to, on a Friday night, put my headset on, have a glass of wine, and have a laugh with my mates who live all over Europe. And she's buying them to share with her family and friends. She's also probably going to flip a couple of them on OpenSea, with no doubt that the floor price will raise, because this is such an amazing project. It's a unique ecosystem as far as we're concerned. So if you are interested, take a look at it. There's lots of exciting things around that utility.
We should mention that they're called the Joking Jungle Cats.
Yeah.
Interesting piece of art. It's not just art, and we look at a lot of the NFT drops that are out there, and they are art on their own. Yes, some incredible pieces of art, but this is not just art. It's about the utility within that NFT, getting you access to the events, getting you a free apartment in the Infiniverse, allowing you to stake that NFT to earn tokens, and everybody else that comes into those events in the future will be paying in joke token. So if you're a holder, you'll be earning from that, and the whole thing comes together to make comedy great for everybody.
And one other thing that will be really, really cool, and I can't wait for this personally, is that there will eventually be some back rooms to the comedy clubs where there'll be VIP access. And what will be great is that if you're one of those NFT holders, you'll get access into the back rooms to meet possibly world famous comedians, and that could be really, really cool. So there's loads of possibilities there. We've got so many plans. We've got a massive team around the world working on this project, and there's just so many ideas that are coming out every day. It's just a really exciting project. And keep your eye on the posters, as Simon said, because we'll keep updating things probably every few days around all the comedy clubs.
And we'd love to have your feedback. So anything that you want doing, it is a community. That's what we're here to do. It's called the Joke Community. We want your feedback. Talk to us. Tell us what you want to see. If you want to stand on stage in the open mic nights, please do get in touch. And yeah, we're looking forward to so much to making this happen.
Yeah, even ideas such as kids comedy clubs, dad jokes, whatever it may be, we're open to all these suggestions.
So one of the founders in the project is a guy called Ted Alexandro. He's one of the biggest comedians in the US. He opens up for Jim Gaffigan. He's been working with us pretty much from the early stages. The reason, or the way we got in touch with Ted, he was already turning his comedy into NFTs. And the interesting part of creating an NFT that is a joke or a piece of comedy is that it's there on the blockchain forever. One of the biggest problems in comedy is plagiarism, and I've been to gigs myself where somebody stands up in the audience and shouts at the comic, "That's my material." What we're doing here with enabling NFTs to be created as pieces of comedy is going to enable those comedians to earn from that on an ongoing basis. So Ted's comedy is going to appear at the end of this section. You can watch some of his work. We've got some other great comedians involved, a guy called Dave Arena. We're going to now cut to some of the testimonials that we've got, some of the people that are already working on the project, and we'll let you know here's what they've got to say.
Yeah, I think just to add in there, Dave Arena is also a good friend of ours. Dave's one of the original founding partners right at the very start in the project. and has given great advice on how to build this part out. And you know, he's really excited about how things are going. You'll also see some clips of Dave as well, and quite a few other people who are involved in the project just talking about why they're excited about it. So we'll hand over to the clip section of the video and enjoy.
Hey guys, my boss Tad Smith here, y'all. I want to tell y'all about my experience with the Joke coin. I was blessed to be able to get in it when it was very cheap. So I got a chance to see my money grow to over 20,000, and then also the NFTs are really cool. So I'm new to this world, but I'm loving it. And the education that Simon and Andy and the rest of the team provide is very great. They keep y'all on point about everything that's going on with the Joke coin. And then also, you know, what made me so excited about it and really pushing forward with it 100% is I got a chance to meet the CEOs that created the coin. Now, this something that don't happen. So that was a big relief on knowing that these guys go very, very hard. Seeing them do exactly what they say. They the first business to go into the metaverse, y'all. So when I say Joke coin is serious business, Joke coin is serious business. Get in now, Joke coin.
Hey, Dave Arena, comedian, here from Cancun, Mexico. Not doing any stand-up. They wouldn't really understand me anyhow. But the Joke project, why do I love it? Well, all the utility. That's probably the most exciting part. Like, not only are we building the largest collaborative YouTube channel, but also the NFTs where comedians can protect their work and get paid for their work over and over again. And, you know, even if you're not a comedian, right, and you just want to contribute maybe some jokes or part of a script or some sketches or what have you. And then you have the whole metaverse thing, which is just like blowing my mind right now. The first joke, the first business in the Infiniverse, first comedy club. We're going to have like 11 comedy clubs. Already coming soon signs. Like, it's just crazy. Featured on the Oculus.com website. Like, things are just moving super fast, and we are still so super early. So, Joke. I mean, what else can you say? I mean, I'm rambling now. Now it's over the time that Simon told me. So I guess we'll just end it awkwardly there.
Having a good time. Y'all ready to keep this show rolling, man?
We're just getting started. You guys want some more show? What do you say? I got more show. You guys want more show? What do you say? Yeah?
Next performer coming to the stage.
Next comic coming to the stage.
Your next comic is so damn funny. One of my favorites of all time.
Oh, this brother right here, I love watching. I've been a fan of this man for years. You've seen him on the Conan O'Brien show.
You've seen him on Comedy Central. He's been seeing the Letterman show.
Countless fucking TV sets.
Multiple special tours all over this country.
Put your hands together. Make a lot of noise.
Keep that clapping going.
Give it up for my man, Ted.
Alexandro!
Thanks, guys. Let's keep it going for Will Sylvan. A hand for John Fish, Mike Yard, Ray Allen, Seton Smith, John Laster. Don't stop clapping, folks. I have a long list. I'd like to thank God. Thank you, guys. How are you tonight? Are you sure? Is everything all right? Has somebody hurt you? You know, we don't need to do jokes. If there's something you need to express, you know, we can do that. Well, guys, I'm excited. My wife and I recently celebrated our 2nd wedding anniversary. Thank you. Still early enough that you can feign excitement. Appreciate it. She and I have an 18-year age difference between us. My wife is 68 years old. So funny, I don't get it. Love knows no bounds. No, of course she's 32. I'm progressive, but I'm not that progressive. Because of the age difference, situations arise. Like, I remember when I first met her oldest brother. My wife is the youngest of 5. When I met her oldest brother, he sat me down to have like a stern talking to the older brother talk. He's like, listen up, take good care of her, okay? but he himself is 10 years younger than I am. So he's like, yeah, I will, and I'll take good care of you, too. Like, you'll all be taken care of. Because of the age difference, I have friends who feel that it's appropriate to present me with basic math problems. They'll say things like, dude, do you realize you're 50? That means if you have a kid now, when that kid is 10, you're gonna be 60. Yeah, I do know what 50 plus 10 is, thank you. If I didn't know that, I wouldn't feel equipped to bring a child into the world. Like, until you spoke up, my plan was to have the kid, wait 10 years, and see how old I was. My wife is very big on communication. She's always reading books, articles on communication, watching videos, and then she sends me the link. It's a weird way of communicating. But her latest technique, I'll share it with you, is simple enough. If you have a negative thought, you just cancel it. Sounds easy enough in theory, but now sometimes I'm speaking to her, and halfway through my sentence, she's like, cancel, cancel. Like, I don't think you're supposed to say that out loud. That just hurts my feelings. You take on different roles in a marriage, in a relationship. My wife has taken it upon herself to monitor my ear hair situation, which I was completely unaware was a situation, but she is on it. We're sitting on the couch at night. I feel her inching closer and closer. And then she yanks a hair out of my ear and shows it to me as if I'm a dog. She's like, bad, bad. I'm like, I'm twice your age. It's just biology. It is a very exciting time, though. My wife and I are expecting a baby December 28th. Yes. Thank you, thank you. Woo. Yes, that is our expectation. Whatever is growing in her belly right now is a baby. We're very excited about that. I am a comedian. She is an artist. So we're hoping maybe the kid can offer us some guidance, a bit of structure, even for the short term. Very exciting. We haven't picked a name yet for the child or a nationality. I understand Canada has free health care, so we might make a special Christmas trip up there and come back with an immigrant baby. Free of charge. I love America, but I also love free health care. So we've been discussing baby names. Right now our list is Logan, Kendall, Roman, and Shiv if it's a girl. We're binge watching Succession on HBO, so it could change in the next month. We'll see what we're watching late December. At least it wasn't last month. We were watching Peaky Blinders. The list was Polly, Tommy, and Aberama Gold. But, you know, it's very exciting. I feel somewhat anxious, you know, trying to be a good partner. My wife is somewhat hormonal. You know, she's in her 8th month of pregnancy, so I'm navigating that, figuring out when she wants to hear my opinion versus when she wants to hear her opinion in my voice. Not easy, friends. Not easy. It's weird being the third most important person in a house that only has 2 people. Oh, so what am I gonna do, folks? Life as we know it. Changing forever. We have a very good thing going. My wife and I, we watch British crime dramas. That's our thing. No judgment if you like American, but we prefer the British. Find it much more British. We don't know what they're saying. We have to watch it with subtitles, but we just feel more important and smart. They're like, I don't know what's going on. I think they're in law enforcement. We watch Broadchurch, Luther, Line of Duty, Great British Bake Off, which strictly speaking is not a crime drama, but I thought season 3 did end in a robbery. Brandon definitely deserved it, in my opinion. My wife and I play this ongoing game where she adamantly insists that she does not want chips or chocolate in the house under any circumstances. And then I go grocery shopping, and invariably I buy chips and chocolate because I like those things, and I know that she does as well. And she gets very angry and says, I specifically told you I do not want chips and chocolate in the house. How could you do that? I say, I'm very sorry, it won't happen again. And then later that night, we're watching television, and I feel her inching closer. I know one of two things were about to happen. Either she's going to yank a hair out of my ear, or she will mumble almost inaudibly, well, since we have chips and chocolate, and then I go into the kitchen and fetch the chips and chocolate and lay them out before her, and then she starts to snack like a happy little squirrel, and she's like, this can never happen again. I'm like, it won't happen again, but it will happen again. That's the way the game is played. But my wife, she is, it's weird. It fluctuates. She's very she's very effusive and loving, and then she takes a turn for the worse. It's like if I had a Yelp page, she would leave the most glowing reviews followed by the most scathing reviews, like the same username. People would be like, "Who is this woman?" I'm like, "Yeah, I know. It's confusing. I live with her." She is 8 months pregnant, so she's got like a bit of a waddle. She's almost like the sheriff. She comes walking in, kicks the door open. You pick up them cleaning supplies we talked about? Yeah, Sheriff, I sure did. I picked them up. I don't want there to be any trouble. Nor do I, Sheriff, nor do I.
Hey, it's Mike here, and I just want to tell you how excited I am about being part of the joke community and just give you a mental image of what is about to transpire, because it is incredible and amazing. Imagine that you are me. I live in Dallas. I have a friend in the UK, and there's a comedian that we both want to watch that's actually performing live in New York. So we meet up in the Metaverse, and he comes to my apartment and we watch live, or we decide we're going to go downstairs and we're going to go to the club itself. We got a ticket and we're going to go in and we're going to watch the comedian together. Amazing. Facebook changed its name to Meta because the Metaverse is a real thing. It's completely revolutionizing social media to become a social experience. I just talked to you about the joke community experience. There's nothing like it, and you are at the very front end of it. Don't miss this opportunity.
I love being married. I love living with my wife. She scares me a lot of times. I've described marriage as like feeling like a kid again. You know that feeling like when you're in trouble, but you're not sure exactly why? It's like that. Sometimes I get yelled at for things like that kind of seem like inconceivable. Sometimes like just arriving home. I startle her. She's in the midst of something. The other day she was meditating, and I came home to where I live with her. And she yelled at me. She said, what are you doing? I was like, arriving home. And she's like, I'm meditating. I'm like, I think you're doing it wrong.
Hey guys, I'm so excited for the upcoming NFT drop for the Joke project. I've been a token holder since the beginning. It's one of my biggest holdings in the crypto space, and I believe so much in this project. So I'm super excited for this drop, to buy an apartment in the Metaverse, to access the comedy clubs in the Metaverse as well. So can't wait, looking forward for this NFT drop and what's coming next.
Love her very much. She and I do not sext one another. No judgment if you do. We just don't sex. What we do is we send one another properties on Zillow or Trulia. That's like our dirty talk. We're like, 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms. You are a bad girl. Let's go, Sheriff. Or if we really want to get naughty, we'll send properties that are way out of our price range. We're like, 800,000? You are nasty. Who likes a big backyard? Who likes a big backyard? You do. I noticed that you do. When you buy a house, there are like questions you're supposed to ask. So I've been reading articles about that. They tell you to ask certain questions. How long were the previous owners living here? What repairs did they make? And then there was an article that said to ask, are there sex offenders in the neighborhood? Which I didn't feel comfortable asking that, looking the way I do. Like, I'd be like, babe, I think you better handle that. I don't want to be like, so, what's the competition like in the area? I want to get a handle on what I'm getting myself into. Right now, we've been visiting people who already have kids. That's our plan for now, just to get a sense of the terrain. We went to visit another of her brothers. He and his wife have twin 4-year-olds and a 1-year-old. And that almost pushed our timetable back to never. Wow, what an eye-opener that was. Literally every morning, the twins would burst through our door at 6 a.m. and jump in the bed. And at first it was kind of cute. We were like, oh, I guess this is just how they start the day. It's adorable. The second day, they came through again at 6. We just pretended like we were still asleep. But undeterred, they slid under the bed and just kept repeating, wake up, wake up. The third day, we just packed up and got the hell out of there. We had seen enough.
Hey, McForman here. I'm having a funky stash day, but I wanted to tell you about my experience with the joke community. It has been awesome. I have been a lover of comedy my entire life. Always wanted to break into that world, never knew how to. And then the joke community comes along. I'm a crypto investor, been in the crypto field for 4 years. And then once I found out about the joke community, I'm like, these are my 2 passions coming together at one place. It's so awesome. This is so distracting. The mustache is so distracting. Anyway, it has been a wild ride already. It has been a great way to not only get my comedic material out there, but the future of it is like we're going into the metaverse like crazy. We have our YouTube channel. One of my videos already got 100,000 views in under a month. That was awesome. So it has so much potential for up and coming comedians, as well as like the arenas of the metaverse. Like, it's unlimitless how many people we could have coming in to see a tier 1 comedian. We could literally have like tens and hundreds of thousands of people watching at once. And just think of the revenue from that kind of experience and stuff that could be gathered. It's gonna.
So am I equipped? I don't know. You know me, 10 minutes, 5 minutes so far. What do you think? I am excited. You know, I mean, like, if I'm 50, if I'm not ready now, honestly, you know, when's it gonna happen? But it is exciting, you know. It was welcome news for many reasons, mostly because we were trying and because I'd been experiencing erectile issues, not the good kind, if there is such a thing. Is there such a thing as good erectile issues? Like, doc, you gotta help me, it's just erect all the time. It's getting to be an issue. No, mine were intermittent, which is not what you want, obviously, in your erections. You want them on demand, like your Wi-Fi, as many bars as possible. But alas, mine had become intermittent. So I've been taking Viagra, which helps with the situation, but it does take some of the spontaneity out of the amorous proceedings. It requires some planning. So I'll say, babe, I'm thinking of taking a Viagra. What does your next hour and a half look like? And does the thought of me with a medically induced erection factor into how you see that going? I'm gonna need a hard yes or a semi-soft no. Sometimes even with the planning, it does not work out. One time I took a Viagra, about an hour went by, I said, babe, it's go time. She said, actually, I'm sorry, I'm not in the mood. Is it okay if we watch a movie instead? So then cut to me sitting on the couch with an erection watching Beauty and the Beast, singing Perhaps There's Something There That Wasn't There Before. There's something sweet, almost kind. But he was mean and he was cross and unkind. But now he is sweet and so much more. There's something It's even better with an erection. I'm not doing it justice. Really next level. It's always funny to look at the guys' faces as I sing the song, because you can tell the real hardcore Beauty and the Beast fans as opposed to the guys who still have some emotional work to do. And I should add that it was the reboot with Hermione, yeah, Emma Watson. It wasn't the animated classic. Had it been that, I would have been hard right from the start. Anyway, that's a classic. This I needed a little, I need a little juice.
Hey everybody in the joke community, Laura Armstrong here. Just wanted to let you know how amazing I think the joke community is. I've been in it from the very beginning. Simon and Andy are on the cutting edge of something special. They don't just want to offer you a token and NFTs. They actually want to offer you an experience. And they've been building this plan from the beginning. So I don't even think we realize how deep the rabbit hole goes with the joke community. So I encourage you to get involved, stay connected with them, invest in what they're doing, because it's more than just about money. It's about an experience, and we can all win with that experience. So I just wanted to tell you, I think they're awesome people. They have integrity, they're honest, and they're upfront about everything. You want to be a part of this community. Not only is it going to be international, they're going to involve everybody, and it's going to be an amazing ride. So I suggest that you hold on, get on the train, and go along with everything that's going on, because you know what? They're going to take everybody to the top with them. All right, everyone, have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye for now. Laura Armstrong out.
But I am excited to be a father. It makes you reflect on life, makes you reflect on your own parents. I am the second oldest of 5, 2 very loving parents. But I think back the way we used to just like make fun of them all the time when we were kids. Just make fun of my parents. Like we'd make fun of my father for going grocery shopping. That was like what we thought that was his hobby. Like, Dad's coming home with groceries again. It's like, yeah, to keep you fucking animals alive. Feeding 5 of you on a teacher's salary. And my mother we would make fun of for being kind. That was it. That was the whole reason. She was like nice to people. Like, Mom's being nice again. My parents have been married for 53 years. Still love each other, yes. Great role models. I always used to wonder what their secret was to keeping things so fresh. And I'm realizing now, if I call them after a certain hour in the day, they're drunk. Just completely wasted. My mom picks up like, can't talk, here's your father, woo! It's like, I'm concerned, but I'm happy for them too. I do drink a lot of coffee and wine. The older I get, I feel like coffee and wine are almost like my life coaches. You know, like coffee's there for a pat on the ass, like, go get him, we can do this. And then wine's like, you'll get him next time. You gave it a good shot. Keep your chin up. Like, thanks, wine. You're the only one who gets me. So I am 50 years old, and so often you hear, you know, that ages are the new something else, right? Like, oh, 40 is the new 30, and, you know, 30 is the new 21. I'm finding out that 50 is the new 51. Recently went up a font size on my phone. That was a big day. Man, who knew the answers lie in the settings? I was squinting for like 3 years trying to keep up with the kids. Right? I went as high as they offer. I went like top line on the eye chart. I'm reading articles a letter at a time now. It's like, it's an A. I think that's an F. Game changer. I've aged into the 50 and over vitamin section. I didn't even know that existed. You can't be in the regular section anymore. They push you out. All of a sudden, the directions get really ambiguous. It's like, take 2, take as many as 9. We have no idea. Your body is decomposing. Just keep shoving them in your face. This is uncharted territory. Let us know how it turns out.
I've been following Joke for quite a while now, and I actually bought a token right at the start of the project when it first launched, because it just felt like such a different project. It wasn't just, you know, they weren't just launching a token, they had so much more behind it to that. And I can't wait to now be able to watch comedy in the metaverse for the first time ever. It's so exciting, and I think it's such a big step in the way that we are going to be able to watch comedy.
Oh, man. It's funny getting older, you know? Because I'm not old, but I'm like retired from trying to be young. You know, you hit that threshold. Find more and more things inappropriate. That's a word I barely even used to use, inappropriate. Now, like, every day I can't wait till I'm on the hunt. I'm like, it's inappropriate. Just constantly compiling a list to be submitted to nobody. Right? And if you see something inappropriate, there's usually like an elderly man in the vicinity who saw it like 10 minutes before you did, and he's like way ahead of you, young gun. You're like, yes, teach me your ways, master. I was at the gym recently. I was riding a stationary bicycle, and a song came on over the loudspeaker. Now, when I hear music at the gym, typically it's a song that I only hear at the gym. I don't hear it anywhere else. But it's like gym music. But this was the song that they played this particular day as I was on the stationary bike. These were the words. I don't give a fuck, bitch. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck, bitch. I don't give a fuck. And it just continued from there. And I just looked around like, does anyone else think this is inappropriate? Like, I was beside myself. I couldn't understand who would make such a choice. Like, and it's not about the language. I don't want you to misunderstand. It's about the environment. Like, if I'm at a club and we're having some drinks, it's like, yeah, you know, like that sentiment makes sense. Yeah, like, we don't give a fuck. Bitch, you know, whatever. But I'm on a bicycle. I'm on a pretend bicycle, trying to like get help. Like I have intermittent erections. I just went up a font size, I give a fuck, bitch. We all do. Like, we're all trying to, like, outrun death. It's inappropriate. I mean, there's little kids, like, they have a nursery where you can dump your kids off. They're playing with blocks like, I don't give a fuck, bitch. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck, bitch. I did this music and comedy festival a while back, and those are always fun because you get to hang out with other comedians, like friends that you don't get to see that often. You get to watch them work, and then you get to also check out some music. So this younger comedian asked me if I wanted to go see this rap show. So I was like, sure. So I went, and I mean, I'm 50 years old. I've been to my share of rap programs over the years. I know the basic terrain. It's going to be a lot of, like, throw your hands in the air and make some motherfucking noise. And there's going to be a list of demands. And I'm fine. I'm fine with it. I'm fine with all of it. It's great. So that was what I expected. But this kid comes out at the beginning of the show. This is the first thing out of his mouth. Comes out, greets the crowd. He's like, yo, make some noise if you got the best pussy. And again, I looked around like, does anyone else think this is inappropriate? Like, I could not believe that's how you're gonna break the ice? Like, you've never met these people. Like, I felt so many emotions. I felt like old. I felt like jealous. I never thought of that. I mean, like, I perform in front of crowds constantly, and it would never even occur to me to ask about your pussy. I didn't know that was on the table. Like, it's like the ground shifting beneath me. I'm like, what? And the thing was, everybody went bananas. I never heard so much noise. Everybody made noise. Like, they had the best pussy. Guys, girls, it didn't matter. It made no sense. Even mathematically, like, best is a superlative. Only one person should have been making noise. It was just a sea of lion pussy out there. It's completely inappropriate on a lot of levels. And again, like, the concerts that I go to, they don't say those kind of things. Like, James Taylor. Not once did he mention pussy, and looking back, there were a few opportunities he could have thrown it in, like, not who's got the best pussy, but, like, how's everybody's pussy tonight? Like in his style,
I am so excited about the Joke Jungle Cat Community NFT drop this weekend. It's going to be so exciting. I have followed the project since its inception, and I am a token holder, and the NFT is going to be able to get me an apartment in the Metaverse, access to live comedy shows, and I just cannot wait.
All about swivel, wouldn't she?
Oh, she was so funny.
I was on a flight recently. I was seated in the exit row, which I take very seriously. For Americans, that's as close as we come to being knighted. It's like, are you willing and able? I'm like, yes, I am. If the need should arise by the powers vested in me, I do accept. So help me God. Take it very seriously. Give my verbal yes, make eye contact. The guy seated across the aisle from me as the flight attendant was giving the speech, he's on his phone, he's got it like in the crook of his neck, and he gives her a thumbs up. I'm like, whoa, can we murder this guy? Like, inappropriate. Like, we are the Avengers of this flight, and this is the training. Completely inappropriate.
Hey there, Alex Stern here, better known as America's Startup Success Expert. I'm a serial entrepreneur who likes cereal. I've been on the founding team or co-founder of 8 companies with 5 exits. I'm proud to be on the founding team of Joke.community. Never follow anyone else's path. Unless you're in the woods, you're lost, and you see a path, then by all means follow it, said Ellen DeGeneres. So join us on the joke path, which is going to be an amazing ride, and we're going to have a lot of fun and certainly a lot of laughs. It's go time.
So yeah, you know what I realize is I'm aging out of slang. The slang ship has sailed for me, and I don't really care. You know, that's a sure sign that it's time for you to move on. If like you hear younger people using a slang term and you don't care, that's a good phase of life. I heard a younger friend, he used the term thirsty. Front row, you all know thirsty, right? Everybody knows it. A couple rows back, you don't know. Thirsty. I didn't know what it was. My friend explained it to me. Because he was like, I don't want to seem too thirsty, man. And I was like, no, that's important. You should really stay hydrated. These days, you could cramp up, No telling what could happen. And he was like, no, man. Thirsty. Desperate. He explained to me it means desperate for someone's attention, someone who you are trying to attract. You don't want to seem too desperate, too thirsty. And I said, no, that's actually, the word already has a meaning. And I'm going to stick with that one. But you kids enjoy, you run around and play with that. I'm trying to impregnate my wife, for Christ's sake. I don't want to seem too thirsty.
For those who don't know, this is your boy 3K, and it's time for y'all to get to know about the Joke Community Project. We got the best NFTs in the world dropping here, and they give you the best utilities as well. So what do you get? You get lifetime access to all the comedy shows that go on in the Metaverse. And I know you guys been hearing about the Metaverse. There's all these different types of Metaverses being built. Well, let me tell you this. There's a Metaverse called the Multiverse. Let me get these notifications out my way. A Multiverse. And in the Multiverse, there's a place called the Infiniverse. And inside of the Infiniverse, that's where you're going to see the best comedy clubs out there. I need you guys to go ahead and check out joke.community, join our Discord, join our Telegram, get involved, because the best NFT drop with the Joke Jungle Cast is coming out here and on February 12th. So I need y'all to be there, be involved, and get ready.
I texted the wrong person back recently. I don't know if you've had that experience. I've got 2 texts in kind of a short period of time. I texted the wrong person back. The first text was from my brother, who was excited because the Mets were off to a good start. If you follow baseball, you know this text was about a month ago when they were off to a good start. The second text was from my friend who told me that his mother-in-law got accepted to hospice care. It's a very different text and tone. I texted back who I thought was my brother. It's still early. You don't want to get too excited too soon. Luckily, my friend had a good sense of humor. I explained I was talking about the Mets, not his mother-in-law. And if all goes well, they'll both make it to October. It's going to depend on the defense.
I've been a joke holder since day one, and it is amazing to see the community growing. and going live in the metaverse. It is phenomenal to see it finally happening, and how refreshing it has been to see these two people at the front of this actually delivering on what they have been promising. And I cannot wait for the NFT drop. Personally, I'm going to get as many as I can physically afford to give to my friends, my family, and so we can all go into the metaverse and watch the comedy show together. I genuinely cannot wait for this to happen.
Arm the teachers. Can you imagine applying for a teaching position and leading with that? Just out of the gate, I want to let you know the two things I love most are children and guns. In no specific order, but if I had to pick one, it would be guns. But luckily, with teaching, I don't have to pick. I can combine my two loves into one very unsafe classroom environment. Do I get a second interview? Maybe we should wait until cops get the hang of firearms before we start passing them out to other professions. See how our educators do with a loaded gun.
Guns, what's going on with America? Crazy, right? These poor kids turned into activists, marching for their lives. Is there a fate worse than that, becoming an activist? Ugh. Right in the prime of your life, you have to go out in the streets, make a sign saying, "Don't murder me." Think about how much human potential has been wasted over the years on activism. Some of our best and brightest had to give the prime of their life because they gave a shit about other human beings. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., think what he could have been. Maybe a doctor. So off the top of my head. Maybe a dancer. I don't know what his dreams were. His other dreams.
How excited am I to be part of the Joke project, and how much am I looking forward to its future? Well, number one, I'm wearing my favourite red t-shirt, and I always wear that when I'm excited. I think the Joke project has got immense potential. I love the way it melds comedy with crypto, with technology, and these are three of my favourite things. I'm super stoked and super excited about the potential for the growth of comedy and performance art within the metaverse. And I see this as a very exciting avenue that Joke are exploring, and in some ways with their partners in Viniverse, for example, pioneering. The NFT drop looks great. The future looks great. This is a project I'm fully vested in, absolutely keen about, and I'm sure will be a great success. Go Joke.
As I say, the older I get, I find that my politics impede me having a good time basically anywhere. I went to the NCAA last week with my nephews. My brother got tickets, so I went with my nephews. And it's fun to go with them because then you see it through their eyes. You know, you can kind of put my Uncle Buzzkill perspective to the side. Because anything fun, Uncle Buzzkill can make less fun. In a hurry. So my nephew said he was rooting for Florida State. That's about what I expected. And he said, I hope the Seminoles don't get eliminated before the Final Four, because it would mess up his brackets. And I said, I've got bad news for you. Not only were the Seminoles eliminated, but the Cherokee, the Sioux, and the Iroquois have also been eliminated. Enjoy the game. Uncle Buzzkill strikes again. Just let the kids enjoy the game and have some popcorn. It's hard. I wish I could. I like to watch, there's this kid who's the projected #1 pick in the upcoming, is it you? In the be weird if he's here tonight. He'll probably be practicing somewhere. The projected #1 pick in the upcoming NBA draft, his name is Zion Williamson. A lot of fans. It's a very powerful name, isn't it, Zion Williamson? You have to be special. You can't just work at a Pep Boys. You here to see Zion Williamson about spark plugs? No, Zion Williamson is, he plays basketball for Duke University, and let's try not to clap for everything I say, because it's really going to kind of cut down on what I get to say. I'm only up here for 15 minutes, for Christ's sake. I'm not recruiting for Duke, I'm just telling some jokes. I have no agenda, just your entertainment. So I like watching clips. I'll watch clips of Zion Williamson on YouTube, but I don't watch his current clips at Duke. I go a little further back. I watch the clips of when Zion Williamson played high school basketball, because it's hilarious. He's the exact same size, and he's just destroying these little white kids. It is endlessly entertaining. If you ever need a palate cleanse from police brutality videos, watch Zion Williamson playing high school basketball. It is like a White Lives Don't Matter video. It is fantastic. It is like watching the scales of justice tip back, one dunk at a time.
I want to tell you about Joke.community. I want to tell you about the NFT drop that's happening on February 12th. This is the best project I've been a part of. This is the best situation I've been a part of. Not only are the founders Andy and Simon some of my friends and some of the coolest people you will ever meet, you will never be able to get close to a NFT drop, Metaverse, YouTube, and crypto coin like this ever. You need to be a part of this project. I love it. I endorse it. I will continue to put my effort into this project. This is one of the greatest projects ever. But on February 12th, a 3,000 NFT drop of the jungle cats. They escaped from the jungle and they're coming. Also, you can get an apartment with that NFT. So please check in with us, Joke.community, for the best, latest, and greatest news. Thank you.
Love my wife very much. I remember the moment distinctly when I remember when I knew that she was the one for me. We were making our way home from our wedding weekend. I had a hunch prior to this, of course, but this solidified it for me. We were driving home. We got married in New Jersey, this little farm not far from where my wife grew up. Big celebration, 3-day wedding weekend. Our families all came together. I was exhilarated, I was exhausted. So as we're making our way home, rather than my usual 1 cup of coffee, that morning I had 5. As we're on the New Jersey Turnpike making our way home, I'm starting to feel some percolation in my stomach, like a situation is developing to the point that I have to concentrate. Like my wife is talking to me, but I'm not really paying attention. It's like a role reversal. Somehow I make it home to our apartment in Astoria, Queens. I say, babe, I'm gonna run upstairs. I've got a situation. She's on her phone, preoccupied, so I kind of waddle my way towards the front door. I don't know if you've ever had like an all hands on deck situation where it's not just your ass that's clenched, it's your very soul. We live on the 4th floor of a 4-story walk-up. It was like my own Everest. Somehow it felt like every step closer to my destination was getting further away. I was going through the stages of grieving. I was in denial. I was angry at my ass. I was bargaining. the other stages. I was just happy with each floor that I made it to, that it was one less floor that would know that I had shit my pants. Somehow I make it up to the 4th floor. I don't know if you've ever had like a premature sense of celebration, like you get a little too self-congratulatory too soon. Because as I put the key into the door and turned it, I might as well have been opening my ass. Because my very first act as a married man returning home was to shit my pants. It was the most humiliating yet liberating thing I've ever experienced. It was like a metaphor for marriage. I immediately texted my wife, "Your husband just shit his pants." I had to phrase it like it was someone else, like, "Your husband's in bad shape, you might want to get up here." She wrote back, "Haha, what do you mean?" I wrote, "My pants are full of shit, and I'm still wearing them." Like, what else could I mean? No sooner had I pressed send than my wife was in the room laughing harder than I've ever seen her laugh, like on the floor, avoiding the shit, but just laughing and laughing. Then she snapped into like CSI mode. She's like, "All right, we're going to secure the perimeter, take off everything you're wearing and throw it in the trash. We're going to draw a chalk outline around your ass." I never felt safer or more loved in my entire life, and I knew then that I had married the right woman for me. Yes. Sickness and health snuck up on us a lot quicker than we anticipated. Guys, thank you so much. Have a great night.
Ted Alexandro.
Good night, everybody. Thank you very much.
Give it up for Ted Alexandro, y'all.
Thanks so much, everybody. Have a great night.
We all want to be Ted Alexandro, everybody. Let him hear it. Oh, my God.
Thank you so much, everybody. Have a great night.
Ted Alexandro, everybody.
What a great crowd you guys are. Thank you.
How funny is Ted Alexandro, everybody? Oh, my God.
Thank you.
So amongst other partnerships that we're building, we've formed a fucking hell. You're a wanker. I can hear you sniggering before you start sniggering before I've even finished what I'm about to say.
Yeah, because I can see
I
it's
know.
going downhill.
Yeah, I know you can see it going downhill because I'm like trying to work through them. These two sat here don't help either.
No, they don't.
They're being good.
I know they're being
I
good.
can put my cowboy hat on if you want.
No.
So amongst the other partnerships that we formed during the Joke Project, we're working now with Nifty Comedians, and they're based in New York. They've got 30 plus comedians they're already creating NFTs for. Check their site out, and here's a little section about them.
Nifty Comedians, the original comedy NFT store, is proud to be part of the Joke community. Our ever-growing roster of the funniest, most talented comedians includes, well, it includes a lot of funny comedians who are all very happy to be involved in this community so early and who can't wait to get started growing and building comedy clubs throughout the Infiniverse with live, streaming, stand-up comedy events.
We hope you've enjoyed Ted's routine. He obviously appears at the Comedy Cellar a lot in New York. We're obviously talking to lots of these big venues, lots of big comedians. We're looking forward to bringing you some of the world's best comedy, but also new comedy. It is so much about allowing people who want to get into comedy and the lower level comedians to step out on stage and get in front of a big audience.
Yeah, and I think also there's a lot of talk about the multiverse, the Infiniverse, being the next social media, a place for people to truly hang out together, have a good laugh, have a good time, meet up. And it's a great opportunity, and comedy is something that the world needs right at this moment in time. We all need a good laugh. We've had a serious couple of years. So, be part of that community. Let's have a really, really good time. Let's build it. And thank you for coming along. Hope you've enjoyed.